Welcome to Vintage Coin Op Restorations, and this is Automatic Industries 1931 Whiffle board. This machine pretty much is what gets associated with the birth of the pinball machine, though it is not the first one, but it is ranked up there probably in the first two pinball machines of all time. This particular one has seen many days, and it's got its turn to be completely restored. As you can see, the machine has been painted. It's been painted brown, and just to take a sneak peek what's underneath all this paint, we did a little rubbing on the corner here, and as you can see, right behind there is some beautiful rich mahogany. Let's get a little closer so you can take a look at that. So under all this brown paint, there's a beautiful cabinet behind there. And if you look really close here, you can see that this has also been stamped. And that's not done by a router, but by a pressure machine at the time. And that little detail, that little Greek detail, has been added on there. Also, look at the legs on here. Very ornate. But at the same time, since 1931, you can see that the details are coming all apart. And in this leg, it was originally just four squares, a four-square leg, and more wood has been added on to complete this detail. Let's get a closer look. You can see where it's separating away from the wood. Now here with this little triangle in the center, again you have a lot of veneer that has been peeled off, but here's where originally the machine probably was a dark brown. They might have painted this little section here with the rest of the machine being a mahogany. Also on the top here, somebody added this on somewhere down the line because it is not the original wood, and those are not the original nails that held it down, but there, I'm sure, was a beautiful mahogany frame around this game. Now the playfield doesn't have a whole lot going on there. I believe there is a decal that is supposed to be on there, yet we see no remnants of it, but our numbers are pretty clear. The nails that you're seeing originally are brass, and they still are. It's just there's so much patina on it that they're practically black. And you even have a serial number on there. And if you look really close, you can see that the brass edging around the machine is still there. Now, pinball machines, hence the name pinballs, because these were all pins. When they say birth of the pinball machine, part of the I believe the definitions would have been something that it was a machine under glass, and it took a coin to operate it, and there was a stop and finish of the game, meaning that for a certain amount of money you can play a game for a certain amount of time, and when the game is over you couldn't play anymore. And that's kind of neat, because here you have an early mechanism, coin mech, and I believe this is probably a nickel coin mech. It doesn't have a manufacturer of the actual mechanism, at least not that I can see. But this is kind of neat, because down here in the bottom you'll see this little brass piece with a spring connected to it, and what it's doing is there's a tube there, and that tube is where the balls would sit. And when the game is over, here, I can push this in, it would push that in there, and it would release the balls that were sitting in the track over here. And when they sat in there, and when you push that in, the balls would come to this little elevator that's on the right. And though it's not in the machine right now, we still do have it. And there it is. Obviously you would see the ball would have got into the little hole, and you would have turned it on this side where the hole is. Let's just put it in there for just to get the idea. You would turn it inside behind this plate, and that would bring the ball up to play in where your plunger would shoot the ball up and around. That, I would believe, would be the original handle too. It's kind of neat to have. Pretty interesting machine. From the looks of it, it looks pretty much complete. You shouldn't be able to look straight down into this machine because there was a large cardboard instruction card that was on top of all this. And if you look it up online, you can see exactly what it is. It tells you how much the game was, the name of the game, and some of the rules. And in this machine, doing a little research, that we found that this machine actually played 10 balls. 9 of them were white and 1 was red. And red meaning that was the double score ball. So wherever it landed and it hit a double a number, those points were doubled. And let's not forget the whole reason of this machine. The machine was made to make money, a nickel at a time. But at the same time, it offered the player a chance to win money. So they were all about gambling. So somewhere on that card or in the place that the machine was, if you had a certain amount of points and you added them all up and you came to a certain number, that was a winning, and you might have won, they would call a free game, or basically you might have won a nickel, 2 nickels, or 3 nickels, depending on your score. Just taking a quick look at it, I don't see any sort of tilt mechanism that would stop the machine from playing, and you'd probably see that somewhere many years later, but this is definitely the beginning of a craze that exists till this day. Well, if you have one of these machines for sale, please give us a call. If you're interested in any information about it, and if we still have it here, we'd be more than happy to give you some if there's any other questions. We're located in Chicago, Illinois. Our phone number is area code 630-624-7466. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for part 2 of this video when Whiffle comes back to life. Thanks for watching.